Hey everybody, welcome back to Choirs and Cups. We've got a special edition of the award show coming in here. Myself, Darkside0895, Affordable Dreams. We got special guests Sunshine and Mike Noddy coming in to help out with some of these AHL awards, some of the CHL as well. How are you guys doing today?
I'm doing really good, man. Doing really good. Excited to get this day started. We have a long one ahead of us on top of the show because we got the Prospects game coming up.
Yeah, for sure.
Game here all night long.
Yeah, for sure. With that being said, I mean, we want to obviously give a big shout out to the Niagara Ice Dogs winning the Memorial Cup down here in the CHL, and the Rochester Americans for winning the Calder Cup up in the AHL.
Big spoilers, huge shock.
Yeah. I mean, both teams were kind of expected the whole season along, and sometimes those teams choke, but it wasn't the case this time.
No, usually in the past, you said most of these top teams have somewhat folded and choked in playoffs. This year, they took it to the house.
Yeah, for sure. And not to be like rude to anyone they play, but the Ice Dogs did it fairly easily, only losing 4 games across 6 rounds. Which is really impressive. And sort of the same deal for the Americans as well, who I believe only lost 4 as well.
Only lost 4 throughout the entire playoffs.
Yeah. So same both leagues. Obviously, a little more games in the CHL, but obviously different setup, different caliber. Blah blah blah. With that said, let's move on and start looking at some of these awards.
Yeah, let's pound off of the AHL first, and then work our way down towards the C.
Yeah, let's start with that. So, Mike, if you want to kick us off with this first AHL award.
Sure. So, congratulations to everybody who played in the AHL this season, by the way. Everybody is deserving of an award, in my opinion, because you guys are all awesome. That's a load of bullshit, but here we go. We're going to start off the AHL awards by awarding the Eddie Shore Award. And the Eddie Shore Award is awarded to the AHL's best defenseman. Sunshine. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. I was waiting for you to say your own name. It's definitely not it, but anyways.
Not going to do it. I do not qualify, unfortunately, because I am a certified shitter. So we're going to let you know who it is, I guess, right?
Drum roll, please.
All right. So this year's Eddie Shore Award winner is going to go out to Rez Homey of the San Jose Barracuda. Rez was a right defenseman with a record of 24-4. He had 0 goals but 6 assists. He was a plus 22, 40 hits. Plus 40, 182 hits. He had 21 PIMs, 83 takeaways, a takeaway of minus 122, and 1 block shot. Congratulations to Rez Homey. You are the Eddie Shore Award winner.
Yeah, congrats to him. I do want to correct you, though. He had 6 goals, 22 assists, and it was a plus 40. The plus minus.
Oh, there you go.
The 182 hits. And
obviously, can't read numbers.
They put some respect on his name.
I think it's you off because it's 2-4-0 record in overtimes, right?
Correct. There you go.
Yeah. So just quick correction. That's all it is. No big deal, buddy.
But congratulations goes out to Rez Homey as the AHL's best defenseman for this season.
Definitely. Let's move on to the Harry Happ Holmes Memorial. Sunshine, do you want to lead us off on that one?
Sure, man. This one's for those weird tendies out here. You got to play 25 games for the team with the fewest goals allowed. Unfortunately, only one person qualified, but it's DeBirdman 27 from Rochester. Big 34, 4-1, 87% save percentage, 1.81 GAA. Fantastic season. Had a great playoff run. Cap it off with a fucking Calder. You gotta love it.
Yeah,
gotta love it.
For sure. And moving on to the next one, the Alge Baz Bastian Memorial Award, awarded to the league's top goaltender. And we'll get Mike to give that one off with a little drum roll here.
So this was a super difficult award to work out. There were a lot of good tendies this season, but taking the cake was the Canadian 777 of the Cleveland Monsters. He had a hell of a season. 50 games played, 33, 11, and 6. He faced 758 shots with an 86 save percentage and a 2.03 goals against average. He's seen a lot of rubber, and he was able to keep the Monsters relevant this season.
Definitely.
Yeah, for sure, and a big reason they were able to make the playoffs for sure.
All right. I mean, you got to give him credit. I mean, he made an all-star for that same reason. Definitely weathered the storm, showing why he deserves to be not only awarded this trophy, but also an all-star, and why his team was so successful. He was a big part of it. So congrats on him.
For sure. But moving on to the next one is the Yannick Derp Memorial Award, awarded to the player or players selected by the commissioner and media director for their community service and contributions. And Sunshine will get you to run that one out.
Yeah, sure. So, big surprise. The media award goes to the media people. Fantastic. No, in all honesty, a big shout out to Darkside and Affordable, and especially Mike. I just kind of came in at the end here. They've definitely been helping me out the whole time, put in a lot of work, not only in the CHL but the AHL as well. Hopefully next season, me and Mike can take over, and we'll have ourselves a nice, fun season, full of coverage, and we're just looking forward to it. It's been fun so far.
Yeah, for sure. And little shout out there to the rest of the community, obviously making it possible for us to do this, giving us your support and viewing it every week, and appreciate it.
Definitely.
Yeah, and shout out to MD Conman for getting me in my first game. I appreciate that.
Yeah, for sure.
Definitely. Moving on forward, though, we have the Willie Marshall Award, which is awarded to the top goal scorer in the regular season. You want to jump us off for us there, Mike?
Yeah, sure. So no surprise, coming from the Rochester Americans, Fat Hog Lucente takes this award. Congratulations. You scored 56 goals this season in 28 games. That was it's pretty badass.
Yeah, that's impressive.
Yeah, definitely. He also had 24 3-1 record with 111 points.
And a plus 78 is
plus
wicked.
78, right? That's just phenomenal.
Wicked.
Phenomenal.
Yeah, for sure.
Definitely.
But yeah, the next one coming up here is the John B. Sullenberger Trophy, awarded to the player who leads the league in total points at the end of the season. I'm sure there's no shock as to who it is, but Sunshine, for anyone who wasn't paying attention, who's the winner?
It's Fat Hog Chelly. I mean, dude had 79 assists. Like, I don't know how you don't win an award like that, but also puts up 43 goals. I mean, him and Lucent, I mean, all of Rochester, they just had a fantastic year. They rolled over the entire competition. I mean, dude was also 64% out of the draws, a plus 79. Fantastic year. I mean, you can't beat the guy hardly.
No,
definitely,
for sure.
Definitely. Very solid year to him.
Yeah,
and
definitely.
again, like I said, most of the Americans as well had a very solid year. But moving forward, let's go to the Les Cunningham Award to the league's most valuable player. Again, Mike, jump into you, buddy.
So MVP for the league this season, we went through so much stuff to get this award squared away. A lot of good players in the AHL this season. Congratulations to all of you. But it ultimately came down to Skyer 5, center for the Charlotte Checkers. He had a 23-4 record, 91 points, 46 goals, 45 assists. He was a plus 54. He only had 6 PIMs, 48 hits. He had 267 giveaways, 80 takeaways. He had a 1.44 OZE. He had a 41.4 goal percentage. Yeah. And he had a 69.2 assist percentage, a 25% P2E, a 3.29 OEE, and an 84.8 PPKE. 111 goals for while he was on the ice, and 43 goals against while he was on the ice. He really tore it up this season. He was a force to be reckoned with.
Definitely a standout player for that team, and for the whole league to win that award himself.
For sure, and definitely a tough one to decide on. And like Mike said, some big performances coming out of this season. But congrats to everyone who was there and put up their best work. But Skyer came out on top.
Yeah, definitely. And I'll get ahead of the comments. We decided no free contracts in the MVP discussion.
Yeah, that played a big role for most of these awards. We decided to give it to the guys who were won in bidding as opposed to guys who were
for sure
overdrafted.
Yeah, the only exception to that rule being obvious ones like most goals, most points, that sort of thing, where it has to be. Yeah, you kind of have to give it to the guy who won the award. But yeah, for sure. Moving on to the next one, we got the Pavel Datsyuk Award, awarded to the forward who best excels in the defensive aspects of the game. And Sonny, who took this one home?
This one's going to go to Venom from the Devils. I mean, had a fantastic year. Really good in the face-off circle. Only 6 PIMs. Good record. Solid player. I mean, he just played fantastic. Showed up all year. Not a guy you want to play coming across here.
No, for sure. And I mean, not to disparage the Devils at all, but I mean, they didn't have the strongest of seasons, and he managed to really step it up when he needed to. Coming out here, putting up 57 points, 22 goals, 35 assists, posting a 17-7-3 record in 27 games there, plus minus of plus 17. Only taking 6 PIMs and having 81 takeaways. So obviously very good on the defensive side of things.
Definitely. Very good stand-up year for him. But let's march on and keep on rolling forward here and just trucking along here. We have the Fred T. Hunt Memorial Award, which is an award to the player who exhibited outstanding sportsmanship and gentleman conduct combined with a high standard of playing ability. Mike, want to take us off on this one?
So we have another Devil who's going to take home this award. It's going to be ATL Knights, left wing for the Binghamton Devils. Crazy enough, this guy only took 2 penalty minutes in 28 games this season. He had a 20-6-2 record with 65 points, 35 goals, 30 assists, and he was a plus 27. Myself, personally speaking, I don't know how you only take 2 PIMs in 28 games.
Right.
Yeah, but sure. That's pretty impressive.
I take 2 a period.
But congratulations to both of those Devils. That's pretty standout for those 2 guys coming off of a team that was in that Eastern Conference.
Definitely. But let's keep on trucking there, Dark. What is going on for us next?
Yeah, so our next award is the McGregor Kilpatrick Trophy, awarded to the club finishing the regular season with the best overall record based upon points. And that's obviously awarded to the Rochester Americans here with 129 points, posting a record of 63-16-3. Obvious no-brainer, pretty straightforward award. Not too much to argue there.
No, kind of hard to argue that at all. And coming in next with the divisional winners, which is a award to the clubs who won the division title during the seasons. I'll just march one through myself quickly here. The Atlantic Division title is going to Wilkes-Barre Scranton Penguins, the 122 points, 59-19-4 records. The North Division title goes to the Rochester Americans, 129 points, 63-16-3 record. The Central Division title goes to San Antonio Rampage at 122 points as well, 58-18-6 record. And the Pacific title goes to the San Jose Barracudas, 118 points, a 15-19-8 record.
Right on. Next up, we have the Richard F. Canning Trophy, awarded to the Eastern Conference playoff champions, obviously being the Rochester Americans, posting a 12-3 record in the Eastern playoffs, and obviously moving on to play in the Calder, and spoiler alert, winning it.
Right, and also 12-3 in the playoffs, very outstanding.
Yeah, for sure.
Let's move on to Mike, though, again, for the next award here and get them back in the mix here a little bit.
Yeah, for sure.
So the next trophy is the Robert W. Clark Trophy. It's awarded to the Western Conference playoff champion. As we all seen, the Bakersfield Condors were your Western Conference representative. They went 12-7 in the West. A bunch of big series for them, so congratulations to them for winning this trophy.
Definitely Cinderella story season for them coming out. Probably being the underdogs every series and still prevailing until they got to the end.
And obviously, the next award is the Calder Cup. And as we mentioned at the beginning of the show, and as most people already know, the Rochester Americans won the Calder Cup in 5 games against the Bakersfield Condors.
Exactly. I mean, big win for them. Congrats again to them for winning the Calder. And let's go for the last award. Let's get Sunshine back in here for the last award.
Yeah, well, we got the Jack A. Butterfield playoff MVP. This one, the management team of the Calder Cup champs, and we get together and decide. We went with Distracted this year. Dude was just a stud on left defense, 6-1 record. Came in clutch in all the big games. He never really seemed out of control. Just fantastic player. Had a fantastic Calder run. Bring home a title. Congratulations, buddy.
Yeah, congrats to all those winners as well.
Yeah, sure. And I'd like to say congrats to all the AHL winners. You guys did fantastic this season, and can't wait to see a lot of these boys next season. Some of you will be moving on, but it should be fun.
Definitely.
Yeah,
I wasn't saying that. Let's kind of roll and pitter-patter ways over to the CHL, to the bottom feeder leagues of the AHL and the NHL, but also really importantly to talk about.
Yeah, for sure. So we got some CHL awards coming out here. And I'll kick it off with the ECHL awards here. Actually, let me just double check that I got the
Do
right.
we have Mike and them in this conversation?
I don't believe we do. So you know what? I'm gonna add them quickly. Sorry,
I
guys.
was- I'll get Mike if you want. And you can bring Sunshine.
Sure. Sorry about that, guys.
There's four
Dark side got
divisions,
the better of
there's
that deal. Let me tell you what.
I figure there's 4 divisions. We can each take a division and just make it a day, right?
Yeah, for sure. So yeah, I'll read off
Yeah.
the ECHL awards. We'll move on from there. So starting with the Patrick Kelly Cup awarded to the ECHL playoff champions. That is the Idaho Steelheads. After defeating the Wichita Thunder in a beautiful Game 7 choke job by Affordable Dreams.
Yeah. Whatever. It happens.
No,
The
but
best of us.
in all seriousness, congratulations to the Steelheads. I mean, we lost them as well. Really solid team, and shame they couldn't go all the way. But congrats on the trophy for coming out of the E. Moving on to the second award, we got the Henry Brabham Cup, awarded to the club finishing the regular season with the best overall record, obviously by points. And that would have been the Tulsa Oilers with 112 points in the regular season. Congrats to them on a great season. And I can tell you, having to play them every other week was not fun. Next up, we got the Ginger Memorial Trophy. Awarded the Eastern Conference playoff champions, which would have been, as we mentioned, the Wichita Thunder. And the Bryce Taylor Trophy here, awarded to the Western Conference champions, Idaho Steelheads. The John Brophy Award, awarded to the owner or judge to have contributed the most to his team's success. And this was a really interesting one.
It wasn't. It took us a lot to go through.
It definitely did. It really hard. But we decided to go with O'Brien 42295 of the Swamp Rabbits as his team's record really turned around. They had a very rough start to the season and was able to pull off and get into the playoffs, and not only get into the playoffs, but actually get into a middle of the pack spot there after being a bottom feeder. So we wanted to give him a big shout out and make sure he was recognized for the fact that he was able to turn this team around.
Definitely, 100%. He definitely worked hard. And being, I think coming into last season or this season, I guess, still definitely not fully closed yet. He was like, I think he played 3 games in LG. So a total noob to LG's styles.
Yeah, him and his GM both came in with, I think, less than a combined 16 games played, which can be daunting. I mean, not a lot of experience, right?
And it started off daunting for them. And that's why I really admire how he stuck with it instead of giving up. We saw a few owners quit because of this season, and he stuck with it.
Yep.
And he learned his mistakes quickly.
Yep.
And countered to rebuild this. And that's kind of why we leaned towards him in the end for this award.
Yeah, for sure. But moving on to the next one is the Kelly Cup MVP, and this sort of falls in the same category as the AHL, where it's awarded to the most valuable player to his team in the playoffs, and it has the management in the conversation as well. With CR14 Snipes coming in and winning that award for them, having a really stand-up playoff there, going 8-1 with 32 points. 14 goals, 18 assists, a plus 22, 55.9 on the faceoffs, 42% shooting, and only 4 penalty minutes in his 9 games. Really impressive and a great job to him. Unfortunately, they couldn't move on, but still a very good showing.
Now, this award doesn't continue after the ECHL. This is basically where we cut it off for this award because we don't look at his games played in the MEM semis. We just don't bother.
Yeah, it's for the actual Kelly Cup, not the MEM Cup finals. It's a little bit weird, but just to clarify, Then moving on to the Warrior Hockey Goaltender of the Year, awarded to the league's top goaltender goalie of the year. Awarded to Insane Girl 85 of the Wichita Thunder, posting a record of 24-12-5 with an 85.2 save percentage and a 2.21 goals against. Really solid showing for her, winning this award back-to-back years.
I believe, if I recall going back on this award, it wasn't a clear-cut winner. It took a lot more looking into it to decide, this is the final choice.
Yeah, and that's been the way with a lot of these awards when they're not cut and dry. You got to spend like a large amount of time looking at more in-depth stats. Quality competition, who's facing who, what's going on. It's a tough spot to be in, but after some deliberation, we decided that Insane Girl was the clear-cut winner on it.
Definitely. Well, let's keep marching forward for your ECHL, buddy. What else we got coming to us?
We got the CCM Rookie of the Year. So this is awarded to the league's most outstanding rookie player, and this doesn't mean prospect, guys. This means first season in the CHL, and that would have gone to
now.
Go ahead.
I think it's a minimum of 8 games. 8 games or less have to be played before the season started.
Yes.
So if you did play 5,
like half a season or whatever,
you would still be considered eligible.
Yeah, exactly. But this award's going to go to a left winger for the Tulsa Oilers, Konplop, who put up 84 points, 36 goals, 48 assists with a plus 58 and an 18-4-2 record. Obviously, very strong in his first season. And congrats to him and the Oilers on a really good run.
Definitely.
Moving on to the next one, we got the CCM Defenseman of the Year. So it's awarded to the defenseman who demonstrates throughout the season the greatest all-around ability in the position. And I will say this might have been the toughest one to go through for
I would have to agree.
Yeah, we were like nail biter between a few different guys where it was like, holy crap, these guys are very close in terms of talent. But it ended up going to Sux29, left D on the Kansas City Mavericks, putting up 29 points, 5 goals, 24 assists with a plus 29. Only 10 PIMs, 64 hits, 131 goals against.
Giveaways.
Oh, giveaways. I was like, oh, wait, what? 67 takeaways and a 16-4-1 record. So obviously having a really solid go of it, and having had to play this guy all season long, yeah, very, very hard to get around.
He was always not a nightmare to play against, but he made it sweaty. He made it sweaty, put it that way.
Definitely. Moving on to the next one is just the award for the top goal scorer in the league. That also went to Konplop of the Tulsa Oilers, putting up 84 points, and we kind of ran off his stats a little bit earlier. So congrats to Konplop.
Same stats before.
Yep. Yeah, exactly. So congrats to him for picking up that award, and obviously, not only being a really good rookie, but actually leading the entire ECHL in terms of points.
This guy better build a wall mount for himself because he's about to get another award coming up next. But before we get into that, let's break out what the award's all about.
Yeah, so the AMI Graphics Plus Performer awarded to the player with the best plus minus throughout the regular season, and his dreams said there, Konplop of the Tulsa Oilers winning it again. His stats still remain the same, putting up a plus minus of 58. I mean, a guy was a beast out there. Really good job on him.
Definitely.
Then we move on to the Sportsmanship Award. So it's awarded to the player who exhibited outstanding sportsmanship and gentlemanly conduct combined with a high standard of playing ability. And we ended up giving this one, again, a lot of these were really tough to pick from, but this ended up going to Rocket Rossard of the Idaho Steelheads, who played 22 games, put up 52 points, 15 goals, 37 assists, a plus minus of plus 20. And the really impressive stat here is 0 penalty minutes through an entire season. 0,
right? I mean, now I want to go backwards the word a little bit. And I mean, sportsmanship is hard to judge in an online virtual world where there's a shout box, there's Discord. Yeah. It's hard to track who's actually not being that non-sportsmanship person. It's hard.
Yeah, being a bit of a
pest, 24
right?
hours a day, right? Yeah. So what we base this off of really is they're playing the ice, they're penalty minutes. Were they, sportsmanship on the ice? Were they causing fights? Were they taking greasy penalties? So we look at penalty minutes, whatever you want to call it, for the most part for this award.
Yeah, and a little bit mixed with what you kind of mentioned, the shout box, the forum posts, that kind of stuff. I won't name any names, but you see some people who are kind of in there egging on people quite often. Kind of takes them out of the running a little bit.
It definitely does.
You want to be out there being respectful, right?
Exactly.
And then last but not least is the.
But it's supposed to be a dual award. I messed up here with not putting an extra name in, so it's supposed to be both of us here.
Yep. The Birmingham Memorial Award awarded for contributions and dedication to the league. This award goes to Affordable Dreams and myself for our media this season, helping out with TC Dev. Doing a lot of the behind the scenes stuff. I mean, I'm not gonna pat myself on the back, but
I mean, to say it bluntly, if media takes care of helps TC Dev, helps the All-Star Committee, helps the commentary, helps the season end awards.
We do a lot of work, and
right. You can name a list of things we do behind the scenes that you don't need a fucking. Sorry, I don't want to swear. Don't need accolades for. We just know we do it.
Yeah, for sure. All right. And then Mike, do you want to take on the WHL awards for us?
Sure. So WHL, starting off the awards, their first award they offer is the Ford Broncos Memorial Trophy, and that's awarded to the WHL's most valuable player, and that was given to Swick C for the Brandon Wheat Kings with a 20-3 record, 96 points, 43 goals, 53 assists, and he was a plus 70.
Yeah. I would like to point out that I think Dreams' spacebar broke when he wrote this post. It's Swick. He was a center for the Brandon Wheat Kings.
Yeah. The C definitely shouldn't be there. It should be a space C.
Yeah.
Or bracket C.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's all good. Definitely Swick is the winner, and again, a standout year for him. Showing a big reason why the Wheat Kings did go as far as they did and has such a great year as well for the WHL, right? So.
Yeah, for sure.
Your next WHL award is the Jim Piggott Memorial Trophy. I hope I said that name right.
I think so, yeah.
Is awarded to the league's most outstanding rookie player. And winning this award this season was Spence Dangles, left wing for the Everett Silvertips. He was 18-2-2 with 82 points, 54 goals, 28 assists, and a plus 46.
Yeah, for sure. Another guy, really stepping up to get the Silvertips far and making it all the way to the fourth round in the WHL finals. Fortunately, couldn't make it any further than that, but did a great job. And again, the caveat being here has to be a proper rookie first season ever playing in LG, with a little caveat of less than 10 games played in any previous seasons.
Definitely.
And our next award is going to be the Dell Wilson Memorial Trophy, and that's awarded to the league's top goaltender. And for the W, your top goaltender this season was Max Attack, 21-19 for the Everett Silvertips, who went 29-5 with a 88.4 save percentage, a 1.94 goals against, and he had 7 shutouts.
Mm-hmm. Very good season.
Silvertips there are starting to build up a stack of their own wall mount for their locker room. 2 back-to-back, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Well, not to be outdone, the Bill Hunter Memorial Trophy is awarded to the defenseman who demonstrates throughout the season the greatest all-around ability in the position. And the Brendan Wheat Kings are going to take another one here with Sticky Fingers 604, left defenseman, with an 18-6 record, 56 points, 10 goals, 46 assists, a plus minus of 61, and 56 goals allowed while he was on the ice.
Yeah, definitely. So the Wheat Kings are tying on the locker room mounts, right? With 2-2 now between the Wheat Kings and the Silvertips.
Yeah, for sure.
Who's counting though, right?
If I had to say you.
Yeah, right now I definitely am. Because I do believe the Wheat Kings took the most in all these categories for the WHL.
So your next piece of hardware we're going to hand out is the Bob Clark Trophy, and that's awarded to the top scorer in the WHL in the regular season. No surprise, that's ex-Snipester right wing for the Brandon Wheat Kings. 18-5, he had 102 points, 39 goals, 63 apples, and was a plus minus a plus 56.
For sure, and I believe leading the entire league in points as well, not even just the WHL, which is an impressive feat for sure.
Definitely.
So the next hardware we're going to hand out is Dunk McCallum Memorial Trophy. That's awarded to the owner adjudged to have contributed the most to his team's success in the playoffs. So that's your WHL playoff MVP, basically. Mm-hmm. So that's going to be B. Morrow 98, another Wheat King, the center, 18-4-2, 67 points, 22 goals, 45 assists. He was a plus 45 with 21 penalty minutes.
Yep, for sure. And a solid showing for him.
Definitely.
Your next award is the Brad.
Before we go into this one here, just a comment in our Twitch here coming on from Sped saying he should win this award. Sped, you gotta stay in the box to win this award.
What wait, sorry, most success in the playoffs?
No, for sportsmanship.
Oh, sportsmanship. Okay.
Oh, if we want, we can flash his Spad stats for him. See if he actually was anywhere close. I love you, Spad, man, but you shouldn't have commented.
So the award they're talking about is the Brad Hormung Trophy. We hadn't got that far yet, but awarded to the player who exhibited outstanding sportsmanship, gentlemanly conduct, combined with a high standard of playing ability. And Sped, who happens to be on my prospect team for tonight's games. More power to you, bro, but you're not getting this one. This one goes out.
We love you.
This one goes out to X_T John. He's a left wing for the Edmonton Oil Kings. His record this season was 18-6, mighty respectable, with 68 points, 35 goals, 33 assists. He was a plus-minus 17. He was on the ice for only 75 goals this season and was able to play all of those games with only 6 penalty minutes. That's 3 penalties over the course of 24 games. That's pretty badass.
Yeah, for sure.
Definitely is. I'm just kind of, I'm being that guy. Sped, I love you, man. But when you took 2 more penalties than him throughout the regular season, which is why you were close. You were close, man. But you had 8 penalty minutes to his 6, and because of that, that's why he got the edge on you. I had to take a shot that I could, man, but you were close. You were definitely in the run.
For sure.
Sped's a gentleman in all our books.
He is.
All right. Your next trophy is going to be the Scotty Monroe Memorial Trophy. That's awarded to the club finishing the regular season with the best overall record based on points. And that was awarded to the Everett Silvertips, who had 112 points with a record of 54, 14, and 4 over the entire season.
Which is phenomenal.
Congratulations, Silvertips. Your WHL playoff MVP, which is awarded to the most valuable team for his playoff, or for most valuable player for his team in the playoffs. That was awarded to Jangle 07 of the Brandon Wheat Kings. In the playoffs this season, he went 9-1, recording 34 points, 15 goals, 19 assists, was a plus 29. He had a 33.3 shooting percentage and only had 8 penalty minutes over the course of those 10 games.
Yeah.
So congratulations to Jangle 07.
He had a really good job, and again, these MVP awards are there's some conference with the management involved.
Definitely, we always talk to management first. We don't just do it ourselves.
Yeah, for sure.
The only time we will is that they don't want to suggest more than one person. We don't want to get involved.
Yeah.
Then we'll do our due diligence. For the most part, the manager speak up and give us, if not one person, 3 or 4, and then we'll just do the crunch numbers.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
for sure.
So a lot of thanks to management for stepping forward and at least giving us some news.
Yeah, for sure.
So the last trophy that we're going to give out for the WHL this season is the Ed Chinowith Cup. I believe that's how you say that. Is awarded to the WHL playoff champion.
You guys got the easy ones to do. I have to do all the French ones.
So, don't mind Affordable's crying. But we'd like to award this award to the Brandon Wheat Kings. Great season, boys. I kept my eye on you while you guys were doing your playoff run, and that was pretty badass. So congratulations, you boys.
Definitely. Bang up job.
For sure. Moving on to the OHL awards, and congrats to everyone at W who got their awards and had a great season. Best of luck going forward. But moving on to the OHL here, we're gonna get Sunshine to go through these.
And just so you guys notice, we're doing these in the order of what teams we are running tonight for the prospect games.
Yeah, little spoiler. We got some media team rivalry going on with the prospect games coming up. So from 8 o'clock to 11 o'clock, we're running some games. So tune in.
Yeah, WHL is going to take it. Just sit down.
Not a big deal. Let me announce the awards here for the easy conference champs here. No big deal. You guys have no chance. You might as well just hang them up. It's whatever. But we're going to start with the Red Tilson, awarded to the league's MVP. I like Dick Kabutkus. I'm not a big fan of Chicago, so I can't say I like the guy personally. But 20-2 record. I mean, you can't beat the dude. 83 points, 35 goals, 48 assists. 1 in 3 shots are going in, only 12 PIMs. Great season. Congratulations. And big backpack on that guy. I love it.
For sure.
The guy was a beast of a player all season and always someone you wanted to watch out for the ice, especially in the All-Star game. To watch him play in the All-Star game was phenomenal.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, well, speaking of French stuff, thank you for this lovely division. We got the Michel Briere Trophy, top goal scorer. Dick Kabutkus gets it again. I'm sure not going to repeat his stats. Just know the dude's a beast. Don't even worry about it.
Don't worry about it. Exactly. I'm pretty sure he's going to get drafted in the top 5, if not top 10.
There's some funky managers in the NHL. We're not going to talk about it. Next, we have the Jim Mahan Memorial Trophy, awarded the top scoring right winger in the regular season. That's very specific, but
It
I love
is,
it.
yeah.
It is.
He has to have a beard too, just so you know.
It's the only league that puts the right wing in this category.
I mean, as a right wing, maybe AHL should look into that, but whatever. That's going to go to...
It's not like you would get it anyway, bro. It's cool.
Very true. Very true. That's going to go to XX Vermette QC XX. He went ahead and got 74 points, 30 goals, 48 assists, a plus 35, 16-8 record there in Ottawa. And you can see this guy dominate poor Mike over there in the WHL tonight. He's going to be playing in 3 of the prospect games.
Is Ditka and Vermette both playing tonight for you or no?
Vermette is. Ditka is not right now.
Okay.
I didn't want it to be too overmatched. You know?
You want to keep it fair. You know, you got to play down to Mike. Got to play down to Mike a little bit, but let's be honest here. Let's be honest.
You need to bring your best, or you're doomed.
Keep chirping. It's all right. We're gonna move on now.
It's not even my league, and I'm saying that.
Anyways, we're going to go on to the Max Kaminsky, awarded to the defenseman who demonstrates throughout the season the greatest all-around ability. That's going to go to Bitus the Beast in Niagara, 22-2-0, 23 points. Only 1 goal. Dude's confirmed only here for the Apples, but I love it. Plus minus 81. Only 19 goals allowed.
Insanity.
Plus minus 81 for defenseman. Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just kind of I had to stop. Dude only allowed 19 goals. You're not even scoring 1 a game on this dude? Hello? Somebody draft this man?
Already drafted, actually.
Somebody call this man up. Why is he in the CHL? I'm not a math guy, but this don't add up. Whatever.
Okay, well, one thing only. My guess is availability.
Yeah,
availability. He played 24 games.
Yeah.
Again, my guess is availability.
My guess is bad management somewhere, but it's all right.
Dude just crapping on dudes every time he gets a chance.
Right. Dude's not even letting in 1 goal a game. Hello, elite. Someone help me out. And going right along, top goaltender here for the OHL goaltending award. The Duke for Niagara.
Extend those O's, buddy. Extend those O's.
You have to. It was 7 there, so I feel like I might have gone 8, but whatever. Dude goes 32-4, saves 92% of his shots, a .97 goals against, 13 shutties. I mean,
is that another under a goal game guy?
Yeah, as a goalie.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you play with Bitus a lot apparently. Holy, these two combined for a real large backpack.
Yeah, for sure. But congrats on obviously a stellar season. I believe setting some records.
Yeah. Himself, he says I can only play Sundays.
AHL plays Sundays too.
I believe the NHL plays Sundays too. I might be mistaken. You can correct me.
Cannot confirm.
I'm just saying the availability thing. See, I am correct to a sense. Only Sundays.
But this dude only allows 1 goal or less a game on days in and with Y.
Right, exactly. Either way, the guy's a beast, and I've been saying it for 2 seasons. The guy's a beast, and you just don't want to play against him.
Confirmed stud.
For sure.
Yeah.
All right, so we're going to go to the M's Family Award, awarded to the league's most outstanding rookie player. Yeah, we're not going to try that name. Spoiler alert.
All right. It's VLZKZFLP.
Yeah, little sick. I'm going to call him Viking. It's probably nowhere near. I don't care. All right. Dude comes out 19-5, 82 points, 46 goals, 36 assists, plus 42, 18 PIMs. Fantastic year. I mean, to come into the league at any level and have that kind of success is definitely pretty special. And congratulations to you, buddy.
Yeah, for sure.
Next up, we have the William Hanley Award, awarded to the player who exhibited outstanding sportsmanship and gentlemanly conduct, combined with a high standard of playing ability. That's going to go to Rob Whitey of the Guelph Storm. 23 games played, 59 points, 26 goals, 33 assists, a plus 24, only 4 PIMs on the year. I mean, anytime you're going to have 2 penalties in 23 games, you're going to have yourself a fun time.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely. And a little bit of backstory on this. I mean, again, nothing against the Guelph Storm, but not the strongest team in the O.
They had a shaky start and finish, definitely.
Yeah, for sure. So, for a guy to come in here and really be kind of a stabilizing force, obviously a big help for them.
Definitely.
All right, scooting on along, we got the Matt Ledden Award, awarded to the GM, contributing most to his team's success. That's going to go out to Druin27 Beast for the Saginaw Spirit. Big 15-6, 64 points, 41 goals, 24 assists. I like that spread. Plus 25. The team goes 51-19-2 from a slow first 2 weeks, which is even crazier. I mean, it almost seems like they lost most of their games in the first 2 weeks, and you ain't beating them after that.
They definitely had a very rough 2-week start, and they just capitalized with some nice trades and some nice TC calls.
Yeah, made some big moves, and I believe we're on a 13 or a 14 game win streak at one point.
Yeah, they did.
Just started tearing up the league.
Yeah, definitely shout out. I know I've managed before. When you have a couple bad weeks in a row, you get a whole lot of people want to get traded and quit. So big shout out for getting the ship righted there and having a great season.
Definitely.
Next, we got the Bill Long Trophy award to the owner, contributing most of the team's success. That's going to go to Farks9 of the Hamilton Bulldogs. 16-7-1, 53 points, 20 goals, 33 assists. Bulldogs finished with a 46, 24-2 record, third seed in the OHL. Led his team to a real nice season. They played well on the ice. Good overall season.
Definitely, sure. Definitely.
All right, we're going to get to some of the easy ones. The Ross Robertson Award to the OHL champion. Big surprise, Niagara Ice Dogs.
Yeah, I think everyone saw it coming like week 2.
Yeah, week 2 of last season, maybe.
Right? I mean, no, because last season they completely folded and got just demoralized by their own locker room. This year they held together.
Yeah, for sure. And it's funny, a team like last season, I believe it was on a 27-game winning streak at one point.
Yeah, they were. Yeah.
Which is, insanity. But no, congrats to the season 10 Niagara Ice Dogs.
Yeah, up next, Bobby Orr, awarded to the Eastern Conference Playoff champion. Big spoiler alerts. Yeah. Niagara Ice Dogs, congrats. The Wayne Gretzky Trophy to the Western Conference Championship. Why that isn't the overall championship, I have no idea. Don't disrespect the great one like that, but whatever. Erie Otters, congrats on winning the West there. And then the Wayne Gretzky 99 award. Big difference.
Yeah, it's a huge difference.
Yeah.
99 bigger.
The 99 makes it all more valuable.
You may have heard of the guy. He was pretty good once. So that's going to go to the playoff
MVP.
MVP.
Mario, though, in my opinion.
And that's going to go to Dream Team 66, 11-2 record, 88.6 save percentage, 1.49 goals against, and 4 shutties. I mean, that's a stud goalie. Great Wall of China out here. It's not a big deal.
For sure, and obviously the Ice Dogs having 2 really good goalies. I mean,
you look at a
goalie who let in less than a goal a game in the regular season, and then playoffs hit, and your backup or alternative goalie, if you want to say, I don't know if backup's even the right word. Yeah, and which is like, no, I can do it too.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, for sure. But congrats to everyone in the OHL on a great season and everyone winning their awards, and best of luck going into season 11.
And we're going to move on to the QMJ Awards. I'm going to do best I can to speak these French trophies. If I get them wrong, please just yell at me or forgive me, either or. So the John Bellevue Trophy is awarded to the player who had the most points during the regular season. This one's going out to Howrah 2-Raw left wing of the Cape Breton Screaming Eagles with a 16-4-1 record, 82 points, 47 goals, 35 assists, and a plus 40 in the plus-minus department. So a hell of a season for him. The Eagles were a threat all year long. And this is a big reason why, obviously.
Yeah, for sure.
But marching on forward, I mean, congrats to you again, Howrah. The Michel Briere Trophy. I don't know. Michael. Award the player who was the most valuable to a team. I'm not sure if this was supposed to be a playoff one or just in general. Whatever.
Regular season MVP.
I believe it's regular season, right? Yeah. So awarded T-Jax 1 from the Barry Como Daraka, 582 shots, faced 1.67 GEA, 3 shutouts, 87.5 saves on average, and a 29-10 in over. Phenomenal job for him. Just shutting the door, putting that brick wall up. Some were calling him the Patrick Wall of the CHL.
maybe the Q. I think Doogstar has a couple.
Doogstar definitely
has a couple pegs on him, but yeah, for sure.
Coming in next, we have the Jacques Plante Trophy, awarded to the QMJ.
Jacques Plante, yeah.
Jacques Plante? Okay. So, see, I added that different accent. Whatever. Awarded to the QMJ's top goaltender, which is awarded again to T-Jax of the Barry Como Drakkar. Again, same stats as before. It hasn't changed. It's not going to get any better seasons so forth. It's not going to get any worse either. So let's move forward to the Emily Bouchard Trophy. Emile Bouchard?
Yeah,
Emile? All right. Award to the best defenseman in the QMJ. This is awarded to the one, the only, the Super Bong Bros lefty from Drakkar again. 17-4-2 record, 60 on the plus-minus category, 31 points, and 89 giveaway and a 61 takeaway. Just a stellar defensive forward all season long.
Yeah, for sure, and really impressive stats across the board there for him. So congrats.
Definitely, and this one here is a little more simple. The Guy Carbonneau or Guy Carbonneau, depending where you land for that accent. Awarded to the forward who best excels in the defensive aspect of the game. This goes out to none other than Crafted 95 from Drakkar. Yet one again. 22-2 record, 70 points, 4 penalty minutes, a 52 to the positive, the plus minus, a 1.5 average goals against while on the ice, and an 86.1 PPKE, which is personal penalty kill, right? I believe.
Yes. Personal penalty kill efficiency, yeah.
Efficiency, yes. So, I mean, the guy just tore it up. I mean, definitely was not just as skilled with the puck, but is skilled out the puck, helping the defenders out being that third line of defense.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I think no one's surprised to see Crafted's name here. Expected to be a high pick this
I definitely, if he doesn't go top 10, someone is sleeping on him. It's totally wrong. I actually think he'll be top 3.
Okay. Hot take.
We'll get that in draft show.
Yeah, for sure.
Coming up next is the RDS Cup, a nice simple one for once. Awarded to the best rookie in the QMJ. Again, 8 games minimum before this season started to be required for this award. This goes to Jay McKinnon, 8 from the Halifax Moosehead, 71 points, 36 goals, 35 assists, a plus 32 and a plus minus, an 18-5-1 record with 33 penalty minutes. The penalty minutes were a little bit higher, but everything else he did exceedingly well as a rookie.
Yeah, for sure.
So definitely hats off to him for that rookie award. Coming out next is the Michael Bergeron Trophy, awarded to the league's most outstanding rookie forward. Again, this one is going to fall to Jay McKinnon of the Mooseheads. Same stats as before, not going to change. So congrats to him again for winning back-to-back awards on that one. Coming in, and to another one here is we have the Raymond Legacy Trophy, awarded to the rookie defenseman who displays the best all-around ability. To be considered a rookie, a player would have to have played, again, less than 8 games prior to this season. So this one is going to go to a Husky, which is Goodfella 1489. Congrats to him, doing a stellar job for the Huskies this year. A big reason, again, why these guys went as far as they did in the playoffs, helping their deep run. I mean, there's a lot of goaltenders and forwards you get accolade as well. They did a great job, but this guy definitely standing up defensively is number one for them and for the league at this point in time for this division. In a 12-8-4 record, 21 points, 1 goal, 20 assists, and a plus 22 plus minus department with 28 penalty minutes as well.
Yeah,
but still,
for sure.
I mean, definitely an honor to walk away with that.
Yeah, and your first season coming in and playing stellar defense is always tough.
It is. It definitely is. I mean, and a lot of guys are saying it's surprised that Huskies did so, but this is one reason why Andrew Carlisle and his team did good, was he did a really good job in bringing these kind of guys in this year.
Yeah, for sure.
But coming next is we have the Kevin Lowe Trophy, awarded to the defenseman who demonstrated the greatest defensive ability throughout the season. This one's going to go again back to the Super Bong Bros from Drakkar, 17-4-2 record. I guess the stats are same as before. I'll go through it anyways. Plus 60, 31 points, 89 giveaway, and 61 takeaway as well for him. So congrats again, Super Bong Bros, for another award handed to you in these award ceremonies.
Yeah, for sure.
Going back now to another player from Drakkar coming up is the Frank J. Selke Trophy, awarded to the player who exhibited outstanding sportsmanship and gentleman conduct combined with a high standard playing ability. This goes to one, again, the only Crafted 95, 22-2, 70 points, 4 penalty minutes, a plus 52, a 1.5 average of goals when he's on the ice, and an 86.1 PPKE. Guy was just dominant out there. No matter what happened on the ice, he was there. No matter who he played against, he was there. He was going to dominate you no matter who you are.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
Coming up next is we have the Ron LaPointe Trophy Award to the GM judge who contributed the most to his team's success. This year went to Drakkar once again. These guys just boatload the trophies this year. To Bob Vist, 3.
Bokvist.
Bokvist, thank you, buddy. Yeah. Record of 16-2-3, 73 points, 30 goals, 43 assists. A team record of 50-14-8 with 108 points. Doing a bang-up job, making Drakkar just shine this year.
Yeah,
and
for
definitely
sure.
Was a force.
Yeah, and I remember, I believe Smooth OP was the owner of Drakkar, and Bokvist being the GM, formerly known as, was it Young TKO?
I believe it was, yes.
Yeah, so even he had said in previous interviews and stuff that his GM pretty much carried him all season in terms of managing the team, run really smooth. But not only that, I mean, finishing second in the queue and having a really solid push, nothing to sneeze at.
Definitely, exactly. So congrats, big hands up to him. And he's been known to be, that high standard role of management for the past. He's been with Jayhawk. He's been, I think, a couple of years Jayhawk.
Yeah.
So finally leaving the clutches of Jayhawk and coming here, showing why he can do it.
Exactly.
Coming next, we have the Maurice Fillon Trophy Award to the owner or judge to contribute the most to his team's success. This one is going to go to the Eagles. KO up close takes this one. 18-3-3, 5 goals, 18 assists, 23 points, and a team record of 52-9-0.
Yeah, for sure. And that's a pretty impressive go of it.
It definitely is. I'm guessing by the points. I don't remember what KO played. I'm going to guess he was defense this year.
He was, yes.
Yeah. So, congrats regardless. Heck of a job. Again, making the Eagles once again a threat. The Eagles have been a threat for multiple seasons, and you've continued to fill in that boot and doing that run.
Yeah.
Coming up, we're getting to a few of the easier ones. The President's Cup Award is going to, for the QMJ Playoff Champions, is going to go to the Huskies. Congrats to the Huskies for their great season. Next is the Jean Rogue Trophy Award to the team who finishes the regular season with the most points. And this is going to go to none other than the Screaming Eagles, taking the most points this season. Fortunately, I didn't even do the stat line on that one. So I apologize to both those teams. Dark, can you quickly tell us the record for the Huskies and the Eagles?
Yeah, no problem. Give me 2 seconds here. So the Huskies finished their season with a record of 40-23-9, which is not actually what won them the award. They moved on to face on the Niagara Ice Dogs in that Mem Cup final, and that's what got them that award. But the Jean Bourgeot Trophy for the highest points in the season by a team was the Screaming Eagles, like we mentioned, with 115 points, posting a record of 52-9-11. Very impressive.
Do we happen to have the Huskies playoff record, or is that not up there?
I can do some quick maths.
Yeah, if you don't mind, just to give them the accolades for what they did in playoffs.
4-1, 8-4, 12-6, 16-6, 16-9. They went 16-9 in the playoffs.
So a heck of a run. And again, I would say that they were the Cinderella story coming as well.
Yeah, I don't think anyone really expected them to go as far as they did, but they were confident in themselves. They were feeling it, and they did a good job. Unfortunately, couldn't get past the eventual Mem Cup winners, but good on them anyway.
Hard to do. Coming up next, is the Luke Robitaille Trophy, awarded the team who had the most goals during the regular season. And that's going to go to the Cape Breton Screaming Eagles, 290 goals scored.
Yeah, and really very much leaning on their offense to win games, and obviously it working, right? 290 goals is insane.
Definitely. And then here comes another reason why the Huskies, their defense was so strong. It proves it right here and why they made it so far in the playoff run. This next award is the Robert LaBelle Trophy, which is going to the teams with the least goals against during the regular season. This falls to the Huskies with 148 goals against them.
Yeah, and really, really impressive to allow that few amount of goals. I mean, just over 2 goals against per game.
Right, exactly. Very phenomenal. Great run, great job. Goalies, congrats. Defense, congrats. And the whole team, I guess, congrats. It takes 5 people to play people.
Yeah, for sure.
Coming in last for us, the award, if not, we'll look again. But a Guy Lafleur Trophy award to the player judged most valuable to his team during the playoffs. This one is going to go to C-Mess from the as well. CMS, again, another beast of a player, heck of a center. I definitely got it as a threat, probably an early draft pick as well. A record of 8-0-2, 30 points, 16 goals, 14 assists, and a +4 in the playoffs.
Yeah, and a really strong start. But congrats to all of the QMJ winners and all the winners in the rest of the leagues. And I think I speak for everyone who's a Montreal fan when I say, dear God, stop butchering our legends' names.
I don't speak French.
I couldn't tell, but no,
you take French leagues, all right?
But in all seriousness, guys, I mean, congrats, a great season by all, and best of luck in season 11. Speaking of which, we're gonna roll into the final portion of the show, which is the owner list for the CHL for season 11.
Definitely.
I believe you guys all have access to the spreadsheet I sent you. Yeah.
Yes, I do. Yes, I
Cool.
do.
Yes.
Awesome.
Just here, so my bad.
Yeah, all good. So we'll start with the Brandon Weekings. So different management coming in. Back to back seasons now. The Wheat Kings making it to the Mem Cup finals and winning it in season 9, season 10, getting there and not quite finishing. New owner coming in here, Bail Money 95. He spent 3 seasons as Bronco management and was on the Olympics last year as their GM. So coming in with a lot of experience, and hopefully he can keep it going and get those Wheat Kings back to the promised land where they were. Next up on our list here, we got the Calgary Hitmen, and we got a returning owner in Stoner DCT. Bit of a rough season. The Hitmen didn't finish too strongly, but I guess he feels confident that he can come back and really build off some of the mistakes he made last year and get this team to a stronger place. Then next up, we got the Edmonton Oil Kings with Card Shark coming in here. Spent 2 seasons as the Prince George Cougars owner, season 7, 8, and 10 as the Oil Kings owner. Funny enough, he left for 1 season and was able to get the same team back. So I'm sure he's happy about that. And he's decided to return after last season, having a pretty good go of it. Picked it up near the back half, but obviously wanting to have a stronger go. Obviously, after having getting knocked out in the first round last season.
Definitely.
Next on our list here, we got the Everett Silvertips with visibility returning after a really strong season, evidenced by the litany of awards they just won. Looking to build on top of that and keep it going and, lock and load. So congrats to Viz and good luck out there, buddy. Next up on our list, we got the Kamloops Blazers with VNOS returning. And he's been the owner of this team since season 8. He's always made the playoffs running this team, but has never made it past the first round.
First round, right? Yeah. rough go for the 3 seasons.
Yeah, I mean, he's for sure going to put up, a competitive team. It's just, can he finally get over that edge and maybe get a better spot in the standings to get an easier way through the first? We'll see. For the Kelowna Rockets, we got now known as X2X Smooth X2X, formerly Smooth Dangles. I guess you get rid of the Dangles, just Smooth now. Maybe that's because of the bit of a rough season he had last year, but he is returning after missing the playoffs.
Not so smooth season, right?
Yeah, not the strongest showing by him, but obviously he's got something in mind, and he's hoping to come back and make Kelowna great again. I don't think we've seen Kelowna have a good season in a long time. Coming in next here, we got the Kootenay Ice. And this guy's name messes me up a little bit here. I shook Con 3. I don't know. But with that said, he's only got 3 games played in LG and then 4 TC games as well. So really new to the league. Maybe he has experience on other platforms, other leagues, whatever it is. But either way, a pretty inexperienced guy coming in, hoping to take over for the Ice, who had a pretty rough go of it, and he's hoping to maybe make them into a contender or at least a competitive team.
Definitely. Now, I was going to say about the the Rockets. They have had some stronger regular seasons, but they always seem to fold near like the last few weeks of playoffs.
Yeah, for sure. They just can't seem to finish it off, right?
Definitely.
Moving on to the Lethbridge Hurricanes, we got Kingslayer coming in, taking over this team, and he's been around since season 3 and spent season 9 as the owner of the Remparts, where he had an okay season, looking to get another crack at it. See what he can do with the Hurricanes. Got some big shoes to fill, obviously. with a really solid team in the Hurricanes coming out last season. Next up on our list, the Medicine Hat Tigers owner is going to be JPZ6606. Another prospect guy, only 15 games played across 2 seasons. So again, another inexperienced guy. I mean, fortunate for him, there's a similar player across the pond in Kootenay, but yeah, another inexperienced guy looking to cut his teeth in management and have a good showing of it. So good luck to him next season with the Medicine Hat Tiger. Then we got the Moose Jaw Warriors here, and surprise, surprise, it is Pugs 360, who's been
he's been there forever.
yeah, he's been an owner since season 4 and in Moose Jaw since season 5. And yeah, I mean, obviously builds competitive teams every single year. He cannot seem to get past the second round, past those Brennan Wheat Kings every season. It's every season he faces, then he gets knocked out by them. Hopefully, for him, he can hope to change being bail money that he can get past him, or if you're bail money, you're feeling like you got a free second round exit or move, right? So we'll see. We'll see how that goes. It should be an interesting storyline and a good rivalry.
Definitely.
Then for the Portland Winterhawks, we got Guru Greg, who's been running this team since season 9. Had a bit of a rough go of it last year, but one of the hardest working owners in the league. Looking to build off of a rough, shaky season last year and kind of move into season 11 and come out swinging.
Definitely. I mean, he had a good season 9, so
yeah,
to have one fault season, whatever. Everyone has it once in a while. It just happens.
Yeah, for sure. Now for the Prince Albert Raiders, we got Sped 3409, who ran the team last year. He's coming back and had a really good showing. Unfortunately, wasn't able to get out of the first round, but really good regular season and just couldn't finish her off. But he's coming back, trying to build off of that and get something going. So good luck out to Sped for season 11.
Definitely.
Prince George Cougars owner here. We got Isaiah on Fan. I'm sorry, that is a brutal name to try and pronounce. I apologize. I'm going to call you Fan.
Esiason Fan.
Oh, okay. Look at you. Picking me up. Thank you. This is a real roomy backpack. I like it. He's got 25 games played over 2 seasons. So his first real season came in season 10. Didn't have the strongest showing. Getting bid up fairly high and put on a 2-season contract, but decided to go the route of ownership. Try to change his fortunes a little bit. So good luck to him, and hopefully he can make those Prince George Cougars a strong team. Then we got the Red Deer Rebels here with D480M8_72. It seems like a CAPTCHA kind of thing going on here. But I've been wrong before. He actually was the Moncton owner season 9. Didn't do amazingly, but feeling a little more confident. Took a season off of ownership, coming back, trying to learn from his experience in between and move on from it. So
I think his name's supposed to be the Bomb 72. Just taking a wild guess.
You know what? Yeah, Mike, you're right. Damn, backpacks just keep getting bigger. All right. Appreciate that. Okay, that makes more sense. Then we got the Regina Pats coming in with QC Spectre 173. He was the season 9 67's GM, and this is his first time owning. So his first time really cutting his teeth doing it on his own, and best of luck to him. Obviously a solid player, and see what he can't do in the WHL this season. For the Saskatoon Blades, we got another returning owner here with Dirty Noof. And the Blades have had a bit of a rough go of it, but he's got some good 2 seasons coming back, and hopefully he can get some traction this season and try and make for a good push.
Definitely.
For Seattle, we got Nitro 814 coming in, and this is his first season of ownership, and a little bit of inexperience in terms of management. But Seattle had a really rough go of it, so the bar is set somewhat low, which can be a nice thing, right? People taking over for the Wheat Kings, for the Ice Dogs, have a lot to live up to. A lot of people are going to be watching you to see what you do. So for him, he gets to fly under the radar a little bit, right?
Definitely.
Coming in for Spokane, we got Method 18 coming in, and he's been there since season 9, done a hell of a job so far, and looking to finally push deeper into those playoffs. Coming into season 11, so good luck to Method out there. For the Swift Current Broncos, we got Cell Trace. This is his first season of ownership, and he had a really strong showing last year with 76 points, I believe, playing for the Sags.
I believe so, yes.
So, obviously a strong player.
I believe he was an all-star on me, I believe, as well.
He was, yeah, and, obviously a good free contract to have there with the 76 points, so best of luck to him. And again, the Swift Current Broncos having a bit of a rough go of it last season, so hopefully he can turn them around.
Definitely.
Slow Death March 420 for the Tri-City Americans returning. No one's shocked here. GM'd in Season 3 and was an owner since Season 4. Has run the Tri-City Americans since for Season 5 through 11. He's the most experienced owner on this list in terms of management experience.
Definitely. And you look for him to take a lead role with that experience and come out marching this season.
yeah, for sure. And having a bounce back year after a rough Season 9, Season 10 went a lot better, so hopefully he can build back off of that.
Definitely.
And I believe last but not least in the WHL here, we got the Vancouver Giants with 696969 coming back. He was actually AHL management from Season 3 through 8. Spent one season as a player in the CHL in Season 9 and is returning for his second tour of duty as the owner of the Vancouver Giants. Putting up a solid team last year, looking to build on it, push a little further. The Giants have always been a really strong team out in the W.
They have been since Season 7 or 6.
Yeah, pretty much since Canadian Bacon took it over. And 6-9's, keeping it up and doing them proud.
Definitely. Bacon took over in Season 8, but they were a strong team even before Bacon.
Yeah, for sure. And I totally snubbed the Victoria Royals. They're actually the last team on this list. I apologize. With is it Cronarch coming in, taking the spot here? His first time owner and his first season really in LG with the Idaho Steelheads last season, going really far, trying to parlay some of that success into a good ownership run with the Victoria Royals out in the WHL. So that's your list of the WHL owners. Sunshine, do you want to kick us off with the OHL?
I guess I can if you suppose. All right. I wasn't ready. Caught me on the spot here, so I'll get me
making sure you're awake,
The spoiler alert was not.
Yeah, 100% sleeping at the wheel.
It's all good. It's all good. Man, big oofers, because you definitely don't have this thing listed off for me.
We are currently on this guy, where my cursor is. You can see it on the spreadsheet.
Yeah, you don't have the teams listed, no. So we'll be guessing at the team names.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, okay. I see. Yeah, if you look at the roster page, it'll show there as well. Sorry, I apologize. I thought you guys were on the same page with me. That's my bad.
Yeah, a spoiler alert. We're not.
Okay. Well, here, Dreams, take over the OHL. You guys get your roster pages set up, and we'll roll back to you guys.
Give me a second. I gotta load myself. I was looking your spreadsheet.
It's okay. It's okay. We're back. We're back here.
Okay.
Right? Barry Colts. I gotta represent the the OHL here. We're the best there ever was. Don't worry about it.
All right.
Tune in for some slaughters tonight. But for Barry, you got God's Ninja coming back here, or coming here for the first time rather.
Sorry.
God's Ninja. No, I believe he's returning God's Ninja.
You there, Sonny? I think we lost you.
You might have lost me for a second.
Yeah, we did.
God's Ninja definitely returning owner.
Yeah, he ran the Barrie Colts last season.
Yeah.
Had a bit of a rough go of it, but obviously feeling confident enough to come back and do a good job of it this time around.
Yeah. If you have any mic issues or quality right now, Sunshine, I can definitely take it.
Yeah, I'm not hearing. Yeah, he's cutting out a lot.
Okay, well, coming next to me, the Erie Otters, M. Montley, coming in for them, and he is definitely returning GM in Season 8, Season 9, owner Season 10 and 11. So, he's looking to continue what he's been doing in the past and just keep doing some good work. So, the Erie Otters, had a really stellar year last season. So Motley's looking to just keep that running,
Yeah, for sure. Even giving a nice name change too. Formerly B Motley,
Definitely.
now Motley 39. So
right, exactly.
new look, new season.
New look, new season, right? Yeah, exactly. Coming next is the Flint Firebirds with Steelers fan 26. And Steelers fan has been a player in LG since season 1. He was GM of Moncton in season 6. Season 7 and 8, he was an owner. And season 10, 11, the owner of Flint. So, I mean, he's definitely coming back and has made a name for himself in this league, doing what he can to help Flint again become a playoff team and stay out of those bottom feeding situations where they have been for the past few seasons before, season 9. No, 8.
Yeah, for sure.
Gulf Storm coming in is the 35, and the War 35 season 3 was AHL management, and he was the GM of the Storm last season. So hopefully he can do a little better over here this season. As the Storm were not exactly top dogs.
No, for sure. But you got to get your first season out of the way, and
you definitely do. You learn from your mistakes and you capitalize. And this is the year bounce back and show, you know what, I can do it.
Yeah.
I got this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Hamilton Bulldogs coming in with Farks 9. Farks 9 is definitely returning. He's been an owner since season 8, and he definitely ended with a really, really good stellar season playing out this season. So you got to give him credit with the Bulldogs. I think they came out as the hottest topic this season for the first 3 weeks.
Yeah, they were really strong to start. Slowed down in the middle a little bit, but still had a really good showing and a deep playoff run. So congrats to Farks on really building that team up.
Definitely. Next we have Diggy 420, and he's coming in for the Kingston Frontenacs. He's a turning owner. Again, definitely another good season performance by him. Doing what he can do and owning a team. He's looking forward to continuing that Storm this season.
Yeah, for sure.
Next is PK Inpa. He's been around the Rangers, in management since season 7. It's his second season owning. I believe he was GM in season 7, I believe. I think season 8, I believe, with the Rangers.
Yes, I believe he was the AGM season 7, GM season 8, but I could be wrong. My memory is not that amazing.
Something like that. And then now he's owning for the second season in a row. Didn't have the exact Cinderella year bounce back he wanted to keep rolling with from season 10, or season 9. Definitely a rougher go, but I think he has the capabilities to keeping his team into a solid, strong.
Yeah, for sure.
Coming in next is London Knights. I'm going to try to announce his name.
It's L Spicoli 420.
Thank you very much.
Former
he is playing for the London Knights.
Mhm.
Him? Oh, yeah, we do. Okay, he's a first-time owner. He's a draft pick as well, and he also won gold medal with Sweden this year.
Represent.
No,
not this year. He won it with season 4 with Darkside and Conman and all those beauties. 4? Yeah. Back.
That wasn't Aaron. It all says it's Sweden gold. Didn't say what season.
Yeah,
so I was guessing this year.
No, with me. Yeah,
okay,
I had to throw that out there.
Okay. Coming in next for the Mississauga Steelheads, Jayhawks, legendary team, legend of his own, taking over this year is Boldo 123, who's been in management, throughout a few seasons now. Season 8 AGM, season 10 GM for Pugs, and it's his first time owning a team. So I'm looking forward to see what he can do and can pull off as himself as an owner. He definitely has had some good runs with Pugs. And some other teams as well, showing what he can do with management. So now it's his time to shine on.
Yeah, for sure. And there's not too many better managers to learn from than Pugs. So he's going to be given a pretty fair shake out there in his first season. So let's see how it goes for him.
Definitely. Coming in next, we have a new owner in the Ice Dogs. Let's see if this guy can live up to the hype of every other owner for the past 5 seasons.
Yeah.
Oakley's already been. The owner is Oakley 1169. He's already been caught in the shout box saying he's going to win the men this year, and no one's going to beat them. So let's see hold up that big shout box noise. Is he the choir or is he the cup this year? Let's find out. It is his first
big
season.
Oof.
Was in season 10. He doesn't got big shoes to fill, so we'll see how that definitely works out.
Yeah, for sure.
gotta bust somebody's balls, right? Maybe this will be the newbie.
Yeah.
North Bay coming back for this one is NJ Devil 29, another returning owner. North Bay had a decent season, definitely was a strong force to reckon with. Not someone you slept on this season as well. He's looking to do the same thing again this season. Coming in next is the Oshawa Generals. Jevax is also returning, and he had that mediocre season. It was up and down. It was never exactly super solid, but it was never exactly super weak. So he's looking to hopefully make more of a solid run instead of that mediocre this season.
Yeah, for sure.
Coming up next, we have Ottawa 67's Kai Stu. Kai Stu ran the Islanders last season. It was not a very successful season. They were kind of the bottom feeders, not doing so great. I think he was the GM only, though. But he's going to take over ownership now and try to bounce that around and say, hey, you know what? I can do better than what Islanders showed last season.
Yeah, for sure.
Coming in next from the Owen Sound Attack, we have that Bailey guy. And he's a first-time owner. He had a rough first 2 seasons, looking to definitely step it up and say, look, now that I'm in control, it's a lot better.
Yeah, for sure.
Peter B. Pete's returnee is It's True. He had a great season for the Petes. The Petes, again, another team that's been a force to reckon with behind those Ice Dogs. Definitely not a joke of a guy to look at. He knows what he's talking about, knows what he's doing, and he's probably one of the better management that I've had to deal with, anyways, in the past few seasons to actually talk to. No discredit to anybody else. I just get along with some of those, some better than others.
Yeah, for sure. I want to take.
I
want to talk about the next one personally. For the Saginaw Spirit here with Dysfunction 07 taking over. Yeah, and so he's coming out of retirement from season 10. Did a really good job in season 9 with the Kingston Frontenacs, building up a really, really solid team and going pretty damn deep. And a lot of the guys he had on that team are now in the AHL and doing really well up there. But congrats to him. One thing I want to note about this guy is, if you're ever curious, I honestly think he might have been involved in the world's largest trade for LG. There's about 30 guys in the trade. If you ever feel like you're curious and bored, go check out his profile page. It's ridiculous. It's a 30-man trade.
30 guys in one trade?
It was, I'm assuming, some sort of site issue, but yeah, there's about 30 guys in a trade. And I don't know what to make of it.
I don't think that happens.
No, I don't think it's even allowed, but actually I know for a fact it's not allowed, but yeah, something happened where he was involved in a 30-man trade.
I was going to say, because season 9, we were talked about as a Thunder about the biggest trade ever in LG, which is a blockbuster.
Yeah, and you're getting shut down by a 30-man trade, including Dysfunction.
I'm pretty sure that's a site error, so I think it is false news. But Dysfunction again, coming out and in this stand-up guy, this guy did a really good job in season 8 with Slow Death March being the GM for the Giants. Yep. Giants, the Americans.
Yeah.
Had a really good time and then went on his own and did his own thing and showed what he can do. I expect to see good things out of him again this
year. Yeah, for sure.
Point of fact for Dysfunction, he doesn't have any returning contracts, so he'll be able to.
He has a fresh slate,
clean state.
Nice.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. Coming into the sunniest day, we have Baron Bass, another returnee. Returning, had an okay season. I've had the luck of playing this guy back in season 8 when I was doing scouting games with the Giants, and definitely a really strong player, solid player. So I expect to see him bounce around and turn around this season and be a little better than that.
Yeah, for sure.
Coming in next for the Sault Ste. Marie Greyhounds is Huff Dog 915. As long as you ain't huffing the wrong things. He's been an owner since season 9. He had a rough goal last season, looking to bounce back and bring the Greyhounds to a running start instead of a slow, draggy start.
Yeah, for sure.
Coming in next is the Sudbury Wolves Sniper 261 1981. He was been a manager since season 7. He's a returning owner. He had a rough goal last season, Wolves, but he's looking to turn that around. Not to say he didn't have any talent in that team. He definitely did a good job bringing talent in, but he definitely just didn't get the luck he needed. Maybe the chemistry wasn't there. Hopefully this year he can get that chemistry going for himself. And to end off, we have the Windsor Spitfires owner, Ray 9733. He is returning. This guy has been management in every level I can think of, except for NHL. So AHL, CHL. Been a player since season 1. hasn't really had a lot of solid, good teams. But yeah, I mean, he's knowing. He knows what to do. He knows how to get things done. I hope the best for him going forward. I know it's in him. So come show me you can do it.
Yeah, for sure. And I mean, I wanna point out the fact that there was a forum post made by him for his scouting Discord where he spelled his team's name wrong. So hopefully he can get that sorted out by the start of the season and figure out which team he's running. But in all seriousness, no. I mean, good luck out there, Ray. Mike.
Who wants to do the QMJ? Mike, you there, buddy?
Yeah, I'm here. I get to cover the queue, huh?
Yeah, let's do
buddy,
it.
go bust the queue.
That's where I spend all my time in the sea. I love it. All right. So alphabetical order. Your first team in the queue is going to be Katy Bathurst Titans, and your owner for them this season is going to be Duff Ormick. Duff Ormick has been an owner since season 9. He's had a few rough seasons, but if my memory serves me, the Titan were good in season 7, and since then they've taken a little bit of a dip. Maybe he can bring it back up.
Yeah.
So congratulations on him on gaining the team. Looks like he has a really big contract returning on the forward side, but not much else other than that.
Yeah.
Sure. For your next team, which is your Baie-Comeau Drakkar, men after my own heart. I spent a little time with that team. Looks as though we have Jacob. I love that name. It's easy.
Very
that's
simple.
The best thing I can think of in LG.
I mean, he's already my favorite. I don't have to worry about pronouncing
There's nothing fancy about it, just Jacob. I love
it. But he is a first-time owner, and I'm trying to pull some stuff up on him. It looks like he's been around the LG since season 6, and he has a decent amount of games played. Not a whole lot, but we'll see how he does this season, huh?
Yeah, for sure, and it's some big shoes to fill with Drakkar. Obviously, doing really well this past season, putting up 108 points as a team, and it's big shoes to fill. But I mean, good luck to him.
And as soon as I can get my computer to, there it is, pressing the wrong button. Give me just a moment, boys. I just backed myself all the way out.
Yeah, no problem. Sorry, guys, just give us a moment here, having some tech difficulties.
So our next owner, there's a lot of CHL team. This thing takes forever to load.
Yeah, unfortunately, there is a lot of CHL teams. Yeah, 78, I believe, if my math's correct.
I believe so. Yeah.
All right, let me scroll all the way down. There we go. Much better. The Blainville Boys Brained Armada.
That's a mouthful. That's a mouthful. I don't know.
Buddy. Am I pronouncing that correctly?
No idea. I just call them Armada.
Otherwise known as the Armada.
Yeah.
Yeah.
really cool logo. I love those guys. Your owner this season is going to be Nate Jones. Nate Jones is a first-time owner. He was in the AHL last season. Hopefully, he's able to bring some respectability back to the Armada. They used to be a tough team to deal with. So I don't have much else to say about those guys.
Yeah, for sure.
The next team, Cape Breton Screaming Eagles. We all know who those boys are. And help me with this. Decisive. Decisive. There we go. He was season 8 and 9 Knights owner. He had a rough season last season, but we'll see how he does holding up the mantle for the Cape Breton Screaming Eagles. Looks like he has a couple returning contracts, so at least he's got a little bit to work with.
He was owner season 8, season 9 for the Knights. He did have a very, very impressive run as the owner there. So I got to give him accolades and credit for that.
Yeah, and I can imagine him having a bit of an off season this past season factored in his decision to come back. Took a season off of ownership and ended up having a rough go of it. So I'm sure he's decided he wants to put his fate back in his own hands.
Yeah.
So the owner for your Charlottetown Islanders this season is Blazin' Hippie. He's a returning owner. Had a really rough go last season. He seems to have a hard time figuring out how this thing all works, but hopefully he figures it out this season. And he's got a fresh slate to work with, boys. So, here's hoping him the best of luck.
Yeah, for sure.
Coming in next with Chicoutimi Saguenines is Keeper 0386. Keeper 0386 has been an owner since season 6.
Formerly known as DJ Keeper, by the way.
So another fresh slate. He's got no returning contracts, which is, in my opinion, a boost. And hopefully the Saguenines are able to hold the mantle in the queue.
For sure.
They were tough to play against when I was there. So anyway, another team who is close to my heart is the Drummondville Voltigeurs. Is a team who I started my LG career with. Shout out to Maida for giving me a shot, although it was a rough 2 seasons, but it was still fun. Your owner for that particular team, again, is LHS Brad 35, was the owner last season. He's been the owner since season 9 and 10. Well, he was a GM season 9 and 10. Now he's the owner. Sorry, excuse me. And it looks as though he has 1 returning contract. And
trying to get back to that season 9 form where they went really deep in the Q playoffs, and not that they did poorly this season by any stretch, just weren't the same dominant self that they were. Brad being a part of it during season 9 and season 10, hopefully he can kind of come back and get them back into form, right? Take a season off.
And Drummondville's always been a tough team. They've been playoffs, if I'm not mistaken, 5 consecutive seasons. So shout out to those boys. Your next team is the Gatineau Olympiques. Mm-hmm. There's a Frenchy name for ya. And taking ownership for this season is the Guardian. Guardian's been around for a while. He ran London seasons 3 through 7, and Gatineau for season 9 and 11. And he's tied for with Slow
Death March,
with the most seasons ever as an owner. So that's shout out to him. And he looks like he's got a returning team. He's got 3 returning roster players and a returning TC. So he's already got the blocks in place to build a solid team.
Yeah, for sure. And fun fact about Guardian, he did win a Mem Cup in season, season 2? The one season he wasn't an owner. Fun fact.
Oh, you're full of those, aren't you?
Yeah. Full of something, right?
Your next team is the Halifax Mooseheads. I remember those boys. A few buddies of mine played for them. But your owner this season is White Sox Man 77. Another team with he looks like he's got 4 roster returning contracts. Mm-hmm. So he's got a stable base anyway, and he had a decent season last side. I'm not going to read that last part, Dark.
I'm going to say that. I'm going to say it, yeah. White Sox Man, confirmed Dark Side fanboy. The amount of PMs I get telling me I look cute. It's all right. It's all right, buddy. No, I'm just kidding. I love White Sox. He's a buddy of mine. And good luck out there.
I want no parts of that conversation.
Wow, way to hurt my ego. All right.
This is a PG show, boys. Come on.
PG show. Speaking of PG show, the owner for the Moncton Wildcats, Moncton. Sorry,
you're good.
Yeah, I tell I'm from the States. This season is going to be Bulging Twine.
Yeah,
I love saying that dude's name. I'm going to say it again, Bulging Twine. He's returning this season. I've had some pleasure of playing with the man. So I don't really have much else to say, but he's got a clean slate, no returning contracts. So good luck to you, bro.
Yeah, for sure.
And then I hated this team when I was in the C. The Quebec Remparts. Your owner this season is going to be One Eye 15. He's returning this season, but he had a lot less points than he had when he was in season 9. So
Pims.
Oh, Pims.
Well, yeah, he actually led the league season 9 with 93 penalty minutes.
This is a man after my own heart, man.
Yeah, and fun fact about One Eye actually has only one eye and still manages to play really well. So good on him.
Never guessed it.
Right? Yeah, his name's not a dead giveaway.
Yeah, well, depth perception is not really needed in this game.
No, right? What's that?
Facts. Yeah. Anyway, moving on. Sorry, One Eye. We love you, bro. Relax. Moving on, for the Rimouski Oceanic, your owner this season is going to be King Sinister. He's been the owner since season 8. Why? Oh, the site's not listing him as an owner. So,
Yeah, he hasn't accepted his ownership offer yet. And
rip.
for any owners who haven't accepted, by the way, I believe it's a 24-hour window on that. It went out yesterday, so I'm sure you're coming up on that deadline soon. Get on that.
Just being fashionably late, that's all.
Yeah.
If he does accept ownership, King Sinister, he has three returning contracts, 2 defensemen, which is never bad.
Mm-hmm.
So there you go. Hopefully it goes well for you, bro.
Yeah, for sure.
Another team that I do not particularly like is the Royan Aranda Huskies, just because they crapped on us with a lot of very good players in season 7.
Yeah, they were a good team.
Season 7, the Huskies were my nightmare, but I digress. So their owner this season is going to be Carlisle, and he's been an owner since season 8, and he has consistently improved every season. So as much as it pains me to say, good luck this season, bro. You got a bunch of returnees, 4 returning contracts. So and one of them happened to be a goalie, and that never hurts.
No, for sure.
Yeah, good luck to you. One of my favorite logos for the next season is the St. John Sea Dogs. And it looks like their owner this season is going to be Caps Roll. Now, I remember Caps Roll had a really good season 9, GMing for the Portland Winterhawks. And he had a rough season last go, but hopefully he's able to turn it around and do better this season. He doesn't have a whole lot to work with, so he's going to have to do it in bidding. But good luck to you, Caps. Never had a bad word to say about me, so there you go. Your next owner is going to be the owner of the Shawinigan Cataractes, however you say that. Screw my life. Is going to be Empire Sniper. Yeah, that's how you say that.
Yeah.
Empire Sniper has been owner since season 9. They had a decent run last year. Looks as though he has 1 returning player, so he has a lot of work to do. But good luck to you, bro.
Yeah, for sure.
Sticking into the queue. There's so many teams in the CHL, it's driving me nuts.
Leaves for 1 season, and all of a sudden, CHL too many teams.
There weren't as many teams in the season, in the C last season or the season prior to that. So they just expanded, and it's gotten ginormous. But the Sherbrooke Phoenix have a goalie owner, which is Godly John. He was GM last season. They had an okay season, but this is his first time taking the reins. So let's give a shout out to Godly John and pray for the best.
I believe Godly John was part of that season 9 Rangers Cinderella story team. Doing a bang up job for them.
Coming in next for the Val d'Orfoyers, and see, even I can speak a little French.
There you go.
I definitely can.
Is still 420 Goon coming back again. Looks as though he has 1 returning contract. It's a big one, but hopefully he'll be able to overcome that and do well this season. Your next team is the Victoriaville Tigers. Chase 17 is going to take ownership for them. Mad props for a defenseman taking ownership. Love to see it. He's got a couple pieces in place, so maybe he'll be able to build around that and then do well this season.
Definitely.
Your next team, the Allen Americans, a guy.
Is Sunshine back yet, or no?
Sunshine's here. Was.
Is his mic working again? Do you want to do the ECHL for us?
If you like, I don't mind.
If you're willing in game, buddy, go right ahead. You missed out on your category. Here's a fill in.
Yeah, I mean, it happens. OHL's just too elite, you know. Not a big
just
deal.
Too elite for you, hey?
Yeah, too elite for you guys too, so it's all good. That's cool. We'll start here with the Allen Americans. Big Tendy management here with Zeus Swick. He's got a few guys coming back for pretty cheap, which is nice. I'm not huge on Tendy's owning teams.
I'm gonna butt in and a shout out to Zeus, buddy. Still love you, bro.
Oh, for sure. Mike loves you apparently. Nice. That's sick. But he's been an owner here season 7, and he's been in Allen since season 9. So looking to build on some previous experience here and see if he can pull something nice off. Next, you have the Atlanta Gladiators. That's a name. Duns, sure.
Dawn Sentence?
Dawn Sentence, yeah.
Dawn Sentence 13.
That's my best guess, yeah.
He's in management since season 8 and first-time owner. Congratulations. It's always nice to see guys kind of cut their teeth a little bit and work their way up. So good luck to you, man. Next up, we have the Cincinnati Cyclones. Big tape Hunter alert. Dude's been in the league since like S1, I think. He's been here for freaking ever. I believe he's coming back for another year here. Yep. He had a good season last year. He's a good player. I hope the best for him. Going on to the Fort Wayne Comets, and we have Dead Starks. Oh man, spoiler alert! I'm not caught up on Game of Thrones. No big deal. But
he's been out forever.
yeah. Season 7, season 8, he was on the Royals. He's been managing here on the Comets for a few seasons, so looking to carry some momentum into next season. He's got a few guys coming back, a couple big boys, but it's definitely gonna be interesting for him.
He's got a couple big contracts there, huh? Eating up a bunch of space.
Oh yeah, I mean big contracts aren't always bad. They're usually bad though. Coming up with the Swamp Rabbits, probably the greatest name no one cares about, but we got O'Brien 42295 coming back once again. Had a bit of a rough season. If I'm remembering right, he did win an award today.
Yeah, he did for turning that team
yes.
around a little bit.
Yeah.
Fun fact, I've actually been to several of their games. Fun fact.
What's it like to be a Swamp Rabbit?
You would have to ask my cousin. He played for him. That was great. He was captain of the team. Beautiful. I've never been to a game where I've seen more fights.
All right, well, moving on to Darkside and Affordable Dreams' favorite team in the entire CHL leagues, the Idaho Steelheads. I mean, these guys, what do you guys say? They come out, if you're on the media team, look out, because you're probably losing to these guys. We got V Gaming Worldwide T coming to take over the Steelheads here. First-time owner. A little harsh there, Dark, but next to it says Career TC. He's going to prove you wrong. Don't worry about it.
I hope he does. And we got in the chat, everyone's coming out wondering who knows what about V Gaming World here, and not a whole lot. It's kind of flown under the radar, so hopefully he can build a more impressive team than his resume says.
If I'm not mistaken, he plays Xbox too.
Sounds like an Xbox name.
Yeah, that would be a very much Xbox name, wouldn't it?
I could be mistaken, but I think I remember that. Yeah. I'm sticking with it.
All right.
I confirmed the right answer. We're fine.
All right.
Up next, we got the Indie Fuel bold strategy here of not accepting the offer. It's cool though. We got your name. It's gonna be the 124. I mean, there's a lot of numbers in there, but we figured it out. Returning for another season. He had a nice season. Maybe didn't end quite the way he wanted it to, but get another chance here to see if he can't capture that Mim Cup.
Yeah, and getting some good returning contracts. Somehow as a 3 season, I'm imagining that's a site error. 3 seasons don't exist in the CHL.
They do in the AHL, and I assume he got that 3 in the A and got dropped down.
That's a confirmed. Yeah, Chronic Crane, absolutely.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
can confirm. Man, how's the inside of Mike's backpack feel there, Dark?
Roomy, man, really roomy.
I'll join you in there soon. Don't worry.
Yeah.
All right, moving on to Jacksonville. We have Mike Jakob with a big name change. I Mike to Doppel. Don't know what the heck that means, but that's fine.
Formerly known as Mike Jakob, if you guys know who that is.
Yeah, he, if I'm remembering right, was a manager in the AHL for a little while.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
pretty nice guy. Rough season last year, but taking over ownership from the GM role. Pretty clean slate. He's got a little dingus coming back, but it's all good. He's a PhD.
Gotta love that name.
Yep.
It's fantastic. Going on to the K-Wings team near and dear to Darkside. Earl the Goat, first season owner. Career hasn't quite been great, but he's here to show Dark how to run a real team. So
big oof. Well, I did leave him some nice 2-season contracts. So
yes, shout out to Nutty Outlaw. He was my left winger for like 3 seasons. It's a pretty solid squad coming back.
Yeah, so good luck to them. Hopefully they can do my Wings proud.
Just beat the Steelheads, please.
That's the bar, right?
I mean, the Wings couldn't this year. They did the Thunder, so at least not when it mattered, anyways, right?
Right. All right, next we have the Kansas City Mavericks with Rash Colton, 45.
Mm-hmm.
That's a name.
Better get a cream for that.
I'm sorry, I don't mean to laugh, but
it's all
Dark
good.
Side. With the big spelling, first time owner. He's gonna end up playing G, but he's got a pretty nice squad coming back. I hate you so much, Dark, but whatever. It's a setup, I swear. All right. Speaking of sick unis, though, we got the Orlando Solar Bears.
The
bold
most
name.
irreverent mascot I've ever seen.
It makes sense. I mean, you go to Florida, you see polar bears. Like, what else are you going to look for?
No. You see solar bears. You never see a polar bear.
It's true.
Florida.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
I forgot the sunglasses. I blew it. It's on me. We got E. Jansen. Believe he was in AHL last season.
He was, yeah.
Tendy, right?
Yep, made the All-Star team too.
Really?
Yep.
Did I miss it?
Or maybe as an alternate.
There it is.
He played, though.
He did play.
No, he played.
I think he played,
thanks,
though,
Mike.
yeah.
Thanks for pointing it out.
Yep.
It felt good.
I'm gonna drive that knife deeper if you don't mind.
Go ahead.
Rip Sunshine.
It'd be like that sometimes, but he gets one player back there, center, $5 million, slightly pricey, but I mean, hopefully he can live up to that paycheck.
We all can't score 50 goals and not make the All-Star team. That's just the way it is.
Right.
You're hurting my heart here, bud.
You're hurting my heart.
All right, moving on to the Rapid City Rush, we have Tank for Eichel, which is probably the greatest name I've ever seen in my life, but that's all right. But a godlike rookie season, according to Dark. Pretty sick. The first time owning a team, and anyone going in their first time management, I always want to say good luck. It's fun, but please don't be cancer. We need more good managers.
Yeah, for sure.
Moving on to the South Carolina Stingray, we have Blue 9 or LL2, whatever. Blue. His GM in season 7, his first time owner. He's got a few guys coming back, a couple of defensemen. RBZ TaylorMade's been a guy that I feel like I've seen around forever, but maybe I'm crazy.
He has been.
And an Amish Hobo, which is
a fantastic name.
Yeah, fantastic.
Right?
Name.
Yeah, fantastic name.
How does that even happen?
I'm not sure I physically can. I don't think you
I live
actually
in
can
Pennsylvania. We have Amish, and I don't think any of them are hobos. It's good.
No.
Good.
I mean, it's kind of an oxymoron, eh?
No.
Moving on to the Toledo Walleye, we have Ronick coming back, returning owner. It was pretty middle of the pack last year. He's got a couple left wingers here coming back for him. Definitely got some cap space here to play with. Probably not the season he wanted, getting Arctic Blur random to him. It's a fantastic player, so he's hoping to make a bit of a deeper run here and see what happens.
Yeah, for sure.
Moving on to the Tulsa Oilers, we have Flesh Eating Alien. He has been around since the dawn of time, if you're not aware. It's first time being an owner. He's played, I want to say, all 3 levels. I could be wrong on that, but
I believe he actually managed all 3 levels.
Yeah, I mean, he's been around. He's an OG. Yeah, he's an OG.
Yeah.
He knows what he's doing, so I'm pretty happy to see him getting into management. He's got a completely clean slate, so that's got to feel good.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Moving on to the Utah Grizzlies. Dark, if you want to take this one over, it's all you.
Oh, okay. I'm taking on the Utah Grizzlies. All right. All right. So Rat's coming in, taking over ownership after him and SIU ran the team together as a GM ownership tandem the last couple seasons. Not a great season 9, better season 10. And Rat's decided he's gonna take it on his own as the owner here, as SIU stepped away from that role. He's got he's got some good 2-season contracts. I mean, the 1, 2, 3, 4 he has on between forward and defense, all played together. Have played club together for a long time. So he should have a pretty good run of it. Getting Flyers app on a 2-season, $1 million contract, and I believe he was their AGM last season as well. Hopefully they can get that done again, keep him down there, and keep it going. But they should be a pretty good team to face this year.
All right, fair enough. Thought there was going to be a little more chirping there. A little upset. It's all good.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was contemplating. Took a half a second, but I've chirped Rat enough for a lifetime.
All right, fair play. I can respect that. We're going to move right on to the Wheeling Nailers. That's another fantastic name. I don't know where they come up with this stuff, but you have Kyle LBH coming in, returning owner. A bit of a rough season, but most of the guys that were around last year aren't going to be around again, so he's going to get sort of a clean slate to rebuild here. And last but not least, I don't know if I want to mention this team. Probably bottom of the division. Does anybody really care what they're doing out here?
Guaranteed.
You're getting Affordable Dreams and Darkside teaming up. So if you're looking for a free win, you know who to scrub hunt.
Yeah, third line us all season. Do it.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. Ludo coming back. I don't know that the backpack is big enough on this guy to handle it, but we'll see.
Honestly, I think Ludo's going to be drafted fairly early.
Fair enough. But definitely looking forward to having you guys manage again, and hopefully the two of you combined can best the Steelheads this year.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens.
See what happens. Yeah, it's going to be a long season, so we'll see what happens.
Yeah, for sure. But that does wrap up our owner lists for all 4 leagues in the CHL. Thanks to everyone for tuning in. For the awards and all that. Thanks to Mike, Naughty, and Sunshine coming on here and helping us out, having a bit of a crossover episode here. We'll be back on in a little under
an hour and a half. Hello.
Is that math?
No, it's definitely not. But
has math.
It's fairly close.
about 2.5 hours here. We'll be back to do the prospects games, running from 8 p.m. to 11 p.m. So feel free to tune in, watch these guys battle it out for top prospect supremacy.
Well, battle it out for second best behind the OHL, but that's besides the point.
All right, fair enough. But all right, thanks everybody for tuning in, and we'll catch you in a couple hours.
Yeah, have a great one. We'll see you guys soon for the prospects game.
Chicken grease.
Yeah.